Here we go. Welcome, football fans, United Football Media fans, but most importantly, NFL fans, to one of our first live anythings in a very, very long time. I can't even remember the last time that our network, our group, anything went live, but we're doing it today because we are doing a fantasy football draft. As a lot of you know, and some of you are learning right now, we used to be the USFL network, but now we are United Football Media because we cover all American football. We cover the NFL, college football, USFL, XFL, maybe even the AFL when it comes out because I live right by one of the teams. But we have decided that we're covering all the football, and so why not do fantasy football? And we are going to draft, and we're going to have as many people in this draft come on and talk to you guys as we can. So that leads me into who is on right now. Obviously, myself, Ace, and then we got my boy Webb and my little brother Maverick. Guys, how we doing?
Wonderful, man. It's NFL shit starts tomorrow, man. Like Kansas City, Pat Mahomes is on the field tomorrow. Detroit,
That's
like
crazy.
I'm excited, man. It's football season. After watching college football, I know you guys are Baylor guys. I'll leave that out of there, but after watching college football this entire weekend, I'm excited now. Finally it's back after the USFL left in July. So
college football was great. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm definitely about to win this draft. I like picking out of the 3 spot. So
there's no winners.
No, I'm definitely gonna win.
There's no winners of a draft.
There's only 9 losers.
There's only 9 losers. Yes. So I see we have one person joining now, and then people can obviously watch later once this is not live and it's just on YouTube. But our draft starts in like 17 minutes. But we wanted to get on. We wanted to make sure everybody had their chance to get on and be in the draft room. And we want to talk to y'all for a little bit. I want to talk strategy. Also, you can't see her, but she's here and you can hear. We have our wonderful producer, KB. KB, how are you feeling about this draft?
I'm feeling great.
Spoken like a true son-in-law. You can't see her, but you can hear her.
That's right. That's right.
Can't see her, but you can hear her.
I am going to win this year again.
Whoa, again.
Oh, dang. Well, okay, that's fair. So we had a league last year. It was a family league. It was for fun. My brother-in-law wanted to be a part of something. Callan's girlfriend's brothers wanted to play him. So we had a league, and yeah, Kelly swept it. KB took us for a ride. I was doing pretty well, but I don't know what it is. I think, KB, you got second place in our USFL draft, correct?
Yeah, it was down to the very last game, and I only lost by 2 points.
2 points, and then we had our draft for last year for the regular NFL. Absolutely smoked us. Her team was crazy. Breaking brand. It is that team again right now, I believe.
That is correct.
Well, Logan, good old Lo is having trouble with his laptop. It is blinking, not letting him in. Here, let me see.
That usually means battery. Plug it in.
I don't know.
It's time to charge.
Draft on your phone, worst case. I'm texting. I'm doing everything during this live draft.
I'm drafting on my phone. You're
drafting on your phone?
I am drafting on my phone.
Well, I'm also drafting on my phone. And
well,
I want to be able
as
to
you
see
can
the
see,
comments.
Everybody can see that here on the screen is my screen. So you'll get to see who I draft in live time. And then over here on the right side of the screen, I have it just showing the picks. So once people start picking, then wow, people are just leaving, coming in. Once people start picking, it'll just show us the picks over there.
You mean low?
Yeah, right. As Webb said earlier on Twitter, if you comment, he'll pick the player that you comment for him. So
Mav, don't even leave a comment. Fun. Don't leave a comment, Mav. Don't leave a comment.
I'll leave 2.
I said it has to be reasonable.
Picking one.
I said it had to be reasonable. It can't be Tom Brady, which might be a good stash one.
Tom Brady. Oh, look at that. Lo has commented. He said his laptop is holding him hostage. All right. So here, while I'm trying to text everybody, make sure everybody's on for when the draft actually starts, let's talk some strategy. Webb, you said you have the first overall pick, and you said you're probably not going to do what everybody else is thinking. Can you explain to us what your draft strategy is? And
it's all mind games. It's all mind games. I haven't made up my decision. I got 13 minutes and 30 seconds to make my decision for pick number 1.
Pick 2.
Brandon,
the captain.
And you know that's a wild card.
That is a wild card.
Brandon can go anywhere. You could see Trevor Lawrence being picked that early.
Duval. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
Well, Maverick, what's your pick? Because where are you? You're third. Oh, that's a tough spot this year.
I'm going to take Justin Jefferson.
Really? You think he'll be there?
No. I think I'm going to be one of those guys you see on like Instagram Reels who's like, this is my ideal draft. And he's like, round 1, Justin Jefferson. Round 2, Travis Kelce.
Jamar Chase.
Round 3, Bijan Robinson. It's like, okay, all 3 of those guys definitely are going in the first round. Let's not play around. So I think my wide receiver 1 and 2 are going to be JJ and Jamar. So
yeah, let me see. You guys keep talking. I'm trying to get people in here. Keep talking.
Logan's trying to play mind games with you, Webb. Did you see that? He thinks you're taking Jamar Chase with that first.
It's LSU, big surprise, right? Like he's always going to choose the Louisiana kid. So I guess Jefferson is too, right? So
he likes both of them.
Yeah. Lo, leave a comment of why Chase should be number 1. You might convince me. You probably won't, but how early do you think the quarterbacks will go? Everyone talks quarterbacks.
Oh, that's such a hard one. I don't want to jinx it.
I guarantee you somebody takes Patrick Mahomes at the beginning of the second. Not saying that's wrong.
The first round. I was thinking at the end of the first.
Dude,
I'd be surprised.
I also think that.
Because with Kelce now, does he drop into the second round?
Yeah, I think
which is ridiculous.
Definitely will. I mean,
I think everybody who passes on him, everybody who passes on Kelce and lets him fall into the second because of week 1 is going to regret it.
Yeah.
I honestly think so. I've been dogging on Maverick for it because he has Kelce in one league, at least one that I know of. And I've been dogging on him, but I mean, that's still that's the pick. So whatever.
And then running backs. What are your takes on the running backs this year?
Dude, I go running back heavy, my man. Should be Gibbs.
Hey, that's not a bad pick. You know, Webb, I would not hate it. I don't know who this guy is commenting, but he knows a thing or two.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
No, I'm definitely the running backs. There's only like 3 elite running backs in my mind this year that I'm sure of. And then the rest is like a crapshoot. So I think I'd rather have wide receivers because there are so many sure thing wide receivers as long as they're not injured. Meanwhile, it seems like every big running back has some kind of timeshare going.
Yeah.
So
do you trust Christian McCaffrey? That is the.
Oh yeah.
With health?
I would absolutely. I don't have him. And this is me. I've never drafted him in a single league. This is my 5th league, and I have not drafted him.
Well, lucky he will probably be there at 3 if you want to take him.
Yeah, I probably would take Christian McCaffrey at 3. He's just so dynamic. And in a PPR, that those 12 catches he's going to get you a game are unbelievable.
Lowe thinks Justin Fields should be number 1.
I think that's a great comment. I forgot that you can click on comments.
Fields? We don't talk NFL a lot. But what do you guys think of Justin Fields?
Wow, we really don't talk NFL a
We
lot, do
don't.
we? We've
don't.
only really talked about USFL. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about who we like. I think Justin Fields has too much hype, and I don't think that's his fault. I think if this guy had gotten drafted where he rightfully deserved, they had waited a year to put him in, I think he would be doing better than a lot of people expected. They'd be saying, oh, Justin Fields, he's doing great. Look at his numbers going into season 3. But because he was drafted where he was, it's too much. And I don't think any of it is really his fault. I think he's decent. I think
All
he's
right,
great.
not fantasy wise. Rank the quarterbacks in the NFC North. Go ahead. Go.
Oh,
Rank
dude.
them.
Yeah, rank
Okay,
them.
you said
one.
not
Cousins gotta
fantasy.
be one.
You
Not
say
fantasy.
not
Cousins,
fantasy.
Not fantasy.
1 Cousins, 2
Goff,
Goff, 3
3
Love,
Fields.
4 Fields.
3 Fields,
See, that's what I
4 Love. 4 Love, dog. Are you kidding me?
Dude,
I put Love above Fields, so I agree. Maverick.
Fields has DJ Moore this year. I mean,
I like Fields.
Dude.
We're not talking fantasy. We're talking about.
I'm not talking
exactly.
fantasy either. I'm talking he has guys now in his backfield. Who's their running back? They just got a really speedy running back. In the preseason game, Justin Fields threw 3 passes.
Wait, we're celebrating preseason games?
No, but
We
I'm
do that on
saying I'm just
we worry about the
trying to bring up names. I'm not talking about preseason. Here you go. Love is completely unproven. No chance he's above Fields.
I think I would rather roll the dice on
somebody
Love than
check
have
Justin Fields' birth certificate because he's probably from
What does
Louisiana.
that even mean?
He's
Oh
probably
my gosh.
from Louisiana.
He's from Texas.
I
think he's from Georgia.
That sounds
I think,
right. No, he is from Georgia.
He went
totally
to
from
Georgia. He left after his freshman year.
He's
Went to
from
Ohio
Georgia.
State for his one read offense.
He is.
You guys want to?
Do I jump into our own chat?
You want to hear an interesting take?
Go for it.
I think Justin Fields is if people were right about Lamar Jackson. He is what people thought Lamar Jackson was, where they were like, he's just a running back.
Yes.
I think it's way more true about him.
Lamar Jackson
than
can
Lamar
actually
Jackson.
pass.
If Caleb Williams came out of college last year,
6 minutes to
the Chicago Bears wouldn't have traded the number 1 pick.
Wait, say that one more time.
If Caleb Williams from USC came out last year and was in the draft this past draft, they would not have traded.
You think they'd have taken Caleb Williams?
Fields would be gone without a doubt. Come on, man. Fields at best is like a top 15 quarterback at best.
I'm gonna say it. I don't think Caleb Williams is as good as everybody says.
Stop. That's Patrick Mahomes, man. Like he is that talent. Are you watching the same football?
I don't think he is. You
don't pay attention after Baylor loses. I got it. It's packed.
Didn't he play before Baylor did?
Oh, they did this week. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, I posted one of his highlights on our YouTube, the scrambling one. It was against Nevada. I mean,
Caleb Williams is so good.
Oh, I don't think he's as good as everybody says. I mean, okay. What do you think of Ohio State? That's what I want to know.
I think Joe Klatt is right. They can't
Joe
block.
Klatt is right.
It doesn't make a difference. If you can't block, you're not going to win.
That's true. It's tough. I mean,
That's Clemson.
They don't have the power. Okay, talk about Clemson. Explain to me right now why Dabo Swinney needs to be fired. Explain it to me right now.
Now,
just
fired. I just said, behind closed doors.
It sounded like you said he needed to be fired.
Well, he needs to move on. Yes, because he's not adapting. He doesn't embrace the NIL. He doesn't embrace the transfer portal. Like, if a kid doesn't commit at 18 years old and is by his side the entire way, he doesn't support them. And
his side.
No, it's like the old values. It's the good old days. That's 2015, and Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson aren't walking through that door anymore. And he's stuck in the past. And Garrett Riley was a good addition as the offense coordinator, but if you're not going to adapt, Duke caught up to you. All right, Duke is there with you. I think Clemson played better than what the score looked like. I think Clemson should have won that game. 200 yards passing, 2 yards rushing. They were undefeated as a school. History. They lost this week. So it's a misfortune, but Dabo's got to adapt. Florida State's passed them out. So.
Oh, Florida State's absolutely passed them out.
Well,
Florida
it
State
wasn't like that
arguably was number
10
one
years.
after this year.
It wasn't like that. They've won, I believe, 8 out of the last 9 ACC championships.
After this week, I arguably think that Florida State is number one. And they got knocked on a lot of polls. No, not Colorado. Not Colorado. Colorado doesn't have enough of a defense for me to think that they could be number one. In the skill position, I think they compete with literally every team. They might be the best.
Yeah.
When it comes to the big boys, when it comes to the line, if they play a Georgia, if they play a Bama, if they play who was it? USC, they have the big boys up front that will penetrate that offensive line the way that TCU did not. USC has a dog in the middle. I don't know his name, but that guy goes hard.
Well, you got North Carolina now. For some reason, when I see North Carolina pass rushers, I can't even think of Julius Peppers is the first one that comes to my mind. In that Carolina blue, they just look faster. They just I don't know what it is. I'm like, man, there's some ballers up there up front, and they're just the Carolina blue. So
yeah. Okay, we got 3 minutes until this draft starts. It looks like almost everybody is in except for Boogie and Buck. So maybe give Boogie a call.
Buck's going to be auto-drafting Kelsey. He's not in here. I mean, there are worse things to happen to you in a draft.
No, because I'll take a Tyreek, dog. Let's go. I don't know who to take. I don't like this year's draft. I think fantasy football this year is the hardest it's been in a while. Does anybody else agree, or am I just insane?
There are so many players in that like average zone that could be bad, could be good. And I have my biases about them, but there's just so many. It's so hard to pick after like the third round.
I agree.
Well, and there's so much young talent.
Just looking at their rankings here, like what ESPN provide, like McCaffrey's got an injury history, right? Kelsey's hurt already. Tyreek Hill's like all the top guys are question marks in my mind. Like after the top two, I know they're going to produce.
Austin Eckler. I mean,
are you showing your hand? Austin Eckler gets hurt all the time.
I'm pick 1 and pick 20. I'm not worried about 7 and 8. So, but like Bijan Robinson, I know he's super talented, but do you trust Atlanta? Do you really trust Atlanta?
No. So that one, okay, I'm going to get on a soapbox for a second. So Bijan Robinson, everybody has him as like the number 3 running back, and I just don't understand it. The guy is one, a rookie in the NFL, so we haven't seen him against this actual full speed all starters defenses. 2, they have Tyler Algier, who had 1,000 yards last year, and already Cordero Patterson was a legitimate play 2 years ago. Tyler Algier came and he had 1,000-yard season, and Cordero Patterson was no longer a super viable play, maybe at a flex. Now you're bringing in a third running back without getting rid of any of those. You move Cordero Patterson to Joker, which basically just means he's going to run the ball and do some sweeps and maybe line up outside to throw off the defense. But you're bringing in Bijan Robinson and acting like he's going to do all the production when, I mean, he might get shell-shocked game 1 and they have to ease him in a little bit. I just don't believe it. I don't think that he's going to be a top 3 running back in fantasy at all. I don't think there's any chance. But we have 30 seconds. Oh, Webb, what are you going to do? You are the number 1 pick.
And
I'm going to be narrating it as we go, and I'm excited for it.
I think the first 2 picks are very easy. I think after that, I think Maverick controls.
I don't like 4.
Yeah, Maverick controls the destiny of the draft at the 3. Where does it go?
That's true. I mean, 3.
You figure the wide receivers in the top 2.
I don't really like
another wide receiver.
I don't really like my pick. 3 and 4 are really hard. But here we go with pick number 1. Didn't know that would be that loud. That was cool.
That was nice.
With the first pick, I take.
That was nice.
For all you Viking fans out there, Justin Jefferson.
He threw us off so hard. He's like, I'm not. He literally told me before we got on, he was like, I'm not taking him. And there we are. Okay, so first,
he's the consensus one.
Boogie has entered the chat. Boogie is in. Boogie is drafting. For everybody out there, I have some big news, some fun news. This is Boogie Roberts' first fantasy football draft ever, is what he told me, which I think is crazy. But then you think about it. Do people who go on and play college?
Austin Eckler went second. Hold on. Austin Eckler went second.
What?
Eckler.
Oh
Well,
my gosh. I got J.
Oh, too bad for you, man. That
Oh.
sucks. Now you control the destiny of this
He
draft.
already picked.
No, it just picked for me. Oh my gosh. Why did it
Do you
do
have it
that?
on auto draft?
No. It just picked for me.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. Well, you and I are in the same boat now, Connor.
I wanted
You're ace.
McCaffrey.
You're ace in the hole, baby.
I wanted McCaffrey. Why did
Yeah,
it do that?
McCaffrey was the right choice there too. That's. I can't believe. Well, Tyreek Hill. That's a good pick.
Oh my gosh. I'm so upset. Webb, until you go, and I think you have to change as a commissioner, Buck, to auto draft. I think
So
you
do
have
it
to
now?
change him. Yeah. I mean, until he lets us know that he's in. I can't. Oh, I'm so upset. I'm so upset that it did that. Dude, I had McCaffrey. Oh my gosh.
That's why you don't queue. That's why.
Dude, I didn't queue. My queue is Brandon Aubrey.
Jed put in the comments. I see
Oh,
Kelsey 3.
oh,
I'm just
gosh.
gonna wait these 35 seconds for Buck
I'm so upset.
because we got to catch our breath after the crazy beginning of the draft.
I'm so mad about this. Why did that happen? Oh my gosh. Yay.
So Jefferson went 1 to me. Eckler went 2 to the Cap. Chase went 3 to Mav. Kelsey went to Ace. And Tyreek Hill went to KB. KB, you got anything for Tyreek Hill?
KB, you're muted.
Christian McCaffrey went to Buck.
Oh,
It's a good pick,
Buck.
Buck.
Auto pick came through for him.
I'm so upset right now. That was so dumb. If I could swear on here right now, but
Garrett
I won't. What?
You'll be fine. We're in the same boat now. You can root for Travis Kelce with me. I took him higher than you did, so I don't want to hear it.
LaMonster is up.
The Lamar.
Jed took Bijan Robinson.
He's probably laughing at me.
I'm
So
glad
he-
took him.
Oh my gosh.
Now on the clock is
He
Boogie.
took Saquon and Boogie's up. We're hoping Boogie jumped out. He's not in the draft anymore. Wait, if I go to messages, will it tell me when he jumped out? Nope. Championship. Oh my gosh.
Is he a Giants fan?
Sir. Oh my gosh, I'm so upset.
So if Boogie doesn't come in, more likely he's got Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
Yes.
Not a bad pick at 10.
it's a good pick. And then it'll auto pick Derrick Henry, which I feel like those are two very good picks.
Oh, he's back to back. That's right.
Yes, he is.
So the end of the first round, while we got time here, waiting for the 30 seconds. Jefferson 1, Eckler 2, Chase 3, Kelsey 4, Tyreek Hill 5, McCaffrey
Ooh.
6.
You think
7? Wilson 7 was a shock to me.
That was
Um,
random.
And
That was like
Barkley not.
super random. Barkley made sense.
Garrett Wilson's who took Garrett Wilson? I don't want to.
Low.
It was low.
Okay, I think he's doing a little sipping on that Hard Knocks.
The Hard Knocks juice.
Yeah,
He
the Hard Knocks.
subscribed to HBO Max.
I
Absolutely
had
agree.
Garrett Wilson last year. Don't get me wrong, I love him, but he didn't prove anything to me last year that he deserved to be the 7th pick. But that's okay.
And Boogie got Derrick
I can see
Henry
the thing.
and Devontae Adams, like you said.
Ooh, Bucks.
Did he
gonna
just
auto
jump in?
Draft Cooper Kupp.
Oh, and our father. So LaMonster is Maverick and I's dad, who is drafting for somebody that will take over that team, and we're hoping a show will come out of it, and then you guys can watch it.
Lamonte took
Stephon Diggs. I can't believe that he fell that far. Taken in the 2nd round.
spoken like a true
My team
Vikings fan.
sucks. The answer may.
Hey,
I'm
Josh
trying
Allen's
to
got a
live
first
tweet.
round.
Nick Chubb.
Dude, here it comes. Cooper Kupp's about to get auto-drafted. Hurt Cooper Kupp.
I mean, I accidentally auto-drafted hurt Travis Kelce, so, it happens.
I hope the auto draft misses Buck and it ends up on Ace's team. He gets all the ones with the Q's, the O's.
Just getting rocked. Just out here losing. All right, Low. 1 minute left. Oh my gosh.
He just commented that Aaron Rodgers is going to force feed Wilson like he did Adams. He's a top talent. I'm buying on his ability to take a leap. I agree. I feel like the Jets have a little bit more talent at wide receiver than the Packers did when he was force feeding Devontae Adams.
Oh,
I also think Adams is a little more polished than Garrett Wilson. They had a little more chemistry.
KB is up. She has muted herself, so we can't hear her, and I can't unmute her because she chose to mute herself. Oh, I'm gonna stroke my beard. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Waves. There you go, KB. Who are you thinking of taking? You have 50
I don't
seconds.
know. I don't know.
I take Cooper Kupp. Then who you're starting.
He didn't let me down last year. I had him last year. I was actually going to take Patrick Mahomes, but somebody just poof rocked me out of that.
Y'all ever heard the term poof rocked? Because I hadn't until I met KB and her daughter.
Oh,
Boogie, what's going on?
Screw it. I'm going to do it.
There it is. What we like to see. Buy the stock, KB.
Cooper. All right, buy the stock. So here's my thing. I don't like CeeDee Lamb. I don't think his production is as good as everybody thinks it is. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let me look at my list that I had yesterday that I marked out a bunch. I'm one of those guys. If I wasn't hosting this right now, I would 100% be rapidly crossing people off of my list, looking at it. Okay,
I think CD's right above Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra is, whoa, he's number 6 on this list?
That is true. Yeah. Yep.
Whoa. I'm going to take the Sun God, guys. I mean, he's good luck. I just commented about him on Twitter, and I got 600 likes about it.
You got to do it.
My team name has changed into the Sun God, guys. What's up? What's up? All right. So for everybody who noticed, Big Boog is in the building. He's not talking yet, but we hope that he is soon. We love him.
Look,
he's in the draft. I wonder if he's trying to draft and also be in this, on his phone at the same time.
Yeah, probably.
Which is fun.
Mav took CeeDee Lamb, huh?
That's my boy. Me and CeeDee go way back.
He was
yes. He's just a close friend. And by that, I've never had a conversation with him, but we're boys. Have we ever met in person? Almost.
Not once.
But not once.
We were both in Dallas at the same time.
No,
I'm
actually,
sure, yeah.
Well, he's from Houston. And the story is that he's from Houston. Webb, you're up, right?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay.
I don't think we need to tell any of the story.
He played on a football team that Callan then had a girlfriend who was the water girl on that team. And her and CeeDee were friends. And, they liked each other. And then she went to college. And then she liked my brother. So he was like, dude, that's my guy now. We're homies. And so when he got drafted, Callan was like, I'm gonna buy whatever jersey he gets drafted to, as long as it's not the Cowboys or the Packers. And then history has done what it has done. So,
oh man, I don't know where to go here.
Ooh, you took Josh Jacobs. That's a great pick. The fact that, dude, you got him after Jamar Gibbs, awesome. Because I think Jamar Gibbs, that's another Bijan Robinson, unproven. Why does everybody think they're going to be the best thing since sliced bread?
Ooh, we got Alex.
Higgins is a good one.
Alex has joined us. There we go.
Alex.
Yay, KB, Ace, Webb.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Maverick.
Let me see how I can. Wow, this is how it does it on the screen. It just puts all of us in one row. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, Alex, how are you doing, man? We are
I'm good.
mid-draft. It's going. We got Boogie. We can't hear him, but I think it's because he's drafting. But it's a good time. Oh gosh, I'm up next.
I would gladly take Joe Mixon. I don't know why people are down on him this year.
Probably because he's going to prison. But
What did you just say? Who's going to prison?
Joe Mixon.
Oh,
Probably because he's going to prison. Oh, I marked these too well. That's Joe Mixon. I don't like Ramadre. Stuff. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on running backs, guys. We're gonna wait on running backs. Going back to the receivers. Taken. Taken.
Alex, you play fantasy football? I know you're not in our league.
I'm
What
not
is
in
this?
your league. I have played before with very mixed results because I draft with my heart, not with my head. So I'm anxious to see how real pros do it here. So appreciate you guys letting me sit in on this.
Well, I just drafted with my heart, Alex, because you
Yeah,
said that.
for
I
sure.
drafted with my heart, and I took Josh Allen because he's number one on my quarterback rankings.
Ahead of Mahomes.
Yeah.
No, Mahomes went.
No,
I know.
I was
ranking.
looking for Mahomes because I'm trying to host, look at this, ask Boogie where he is.
Well,
I'm trying
Alex
to do all
is
these
here.
things.
Alex can be the host.
Alex hosted, brother. Help me out. Oh my gosh. Look at all these papers.
Hey,
Okay, there Jalen Waddle goes.
you got your hands full. You look like the Texas State
I have
offensive
fun.
coordinator.
Oh my gosh. He comes in swinging. It's upsetting. But I get it. I was there. We deserve it. That was terrible. But to answer your question, Webb, ahead of Patrick Mahomes. Yes. So this list has Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and then Patrick Mahomes.
I don't see it. I think Mahomes.
Jalen Hurts is just because you're getting another, a really good running back who will throw
Goal
the
line
ball.
back.
Yeah, goal line back who's throwing the ball. Ran out of water.
Devontae Smith and AJ Brown.
I got some time. I'm going to use the
Pretty
restroom really quick. Live draft.
Who's up? Oh, Low.
Lowe's up,
Come on, Low.
and he took DK Metcalf.
You're not buying in on Chris Olave.
So,
You know who else force fed Devontae Adams?
so Lowe's team so far is Garrett Wilson, Mahomes, and DK Metcalf.
Oh, so he needs a running back. That's probably what he's
Yeah.
thinking.
KB has Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, and Travis Etienne.
Oh, that's a good team.
I like it.
Ace has Kelsey at the 4 spot, St. Brown, and Allen.
And
The captain, running back, Eckler, Gibbs, and then AJ Brown from the Eagles.
That's not bad. I mean, 10-man teams. Or
Boogie
10-man
has Devontae Adams and Derrick Henry, and he's on the clock, and he just took Joe Burrow, hot off the presses. I think that's Boogie's first official fantasy pick ever in his life.
That's
Because
amazing.
the first two were
And
is
he-
Joey B.
Takes Joe Shiesty.
Wow. He's on the clock right now.
You know what? It's early. It's a leap, but I like to see that his heart's in it, He probably could have waited till his next pick to get him.
Who, Burrow?
Oh, yeah.
Well, his next pick is right now.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I miss? Was anything crazy?
Boogie took his first pick ever that he drafted on his own, and it's Joe Burrow.
Why?
And Debo Samuel goes.
Oh, why?
Ooh, he took Devo.
And he took Debo. I don't hate that pick. I think everybody's really down on him because he had a down last year. He had a down
just
last
think
year.
With Chris Olave there.
Stock just took Chris Olave. Jed.
Yeah.
That's smart.
We don't know much about Jed.
I
as
feel
he's
like
new to-
Jed knows a lot about fantasy. Did you read his?
Whoa,
For anybody watching, he
Another
did
read.
an article. I published it on the website today, and it's just like you can tell that this guy has played a lot of fantasy football. When you read about how he feels about it, you're like, "Whoa, I'm in."
Well,
over
we
my
got to
head.
credit Alex.
Although I've played a lot. Yeah,
Gotta credit
Alex, tell the story. How did we meet Jed, who was our newest writer and now fantasy football drafter? I'm excited to play against him.
Yeah.
How'd you meet him?
I went out to the championship game in Canton, nice little 5-hour drive out from Hershey area. And I get out there and this guy's sitting in my damn seat. And I'm like, hey, bud, no, seriously. He was sitting behind me with a couple of his friends and struck up a conversation during the game. I thought I had them converted over to Mauler fans. They were all decked out in their Eagles gear. But yeah, they were head to toe with the Eagles.
Boogie.
What's that?
Oh, Boogie was here, but now he's gone.
Boogie was talking at the same time you were.
I'll give him the floor.
No,
he's gone. Now. He's gone. So keep talking.
Thanks. You guys can thank me later.
Oh my gosh, I'm on the clock. Every time I get on the clock, it does that. I do not know how to turn that off.
Go to setting.
I don't know how to do that. Is it over? Oh, I just mute that. That was so easy. Okay.
It might be Boogie again.
I kind of like it.
Yo,
Boogie.
I'm trying to do all this on my phone and keep kicking me out.
Oh, okay. So we can hear you
yeah,
while you draft, right? Are you able to do this while you draft?
Let me switch over to key.
No.
Say it again.
It still shows him.
Hey, Ace, you know you're on the clock, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think who to take.
Boogie, can you hear us?
So if I look at my team.
He can't.
Yeah, only when I switch out of this is when it takes me out.
Okay, well, we'll let you know when you're up on the clock, bud.
Okay. Well, I don't get to scout and do all others. This is
He's got to scout, man. This is
well, no, we'll tell you. I'm going to tell you who's up. I'm going to tell you who's up. I
like to go down. I like to go on the board and see who. But okay, it's all right.
Where are you, Boog? You don't have your laptop or something?
I just got my phone.
Right. That's fair. You're doing it.
So when you go down, just know you lost to somebody who first 2 picks was on auto draft and he didn't have no laptop.
Look, I'm just letting you know.
This is my first time. And this is my first time ever doing this.
I already checked out the schedule. Play week 9, Boogie.
Gosh, I love it.
I cannot believe that this is Boogie's first fantasy football league.
Wow.
Why?
Well, thanks for doing it with us.
I just never got into it. I'm like, and then I'm just like, I'm bored. I'm like, why not?
I'm bored.
Yeah, for anybody who watching this now, watches later, we posted about the draft. We originally had an 8-team draft, and Boogie said, throw my hat in the ring. I want to be in this. I've never done fantasy before. And we said, let's do it. So Boogie's in. That's why my father is drafting, because now then we needed a 10th team. So we're doing it up. And Boog, you're having a decent draft so far. Let's check out your team. So everybody watching on the screen over here on the left, we have Joe Burrow, Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams, and Deebo Samuel. It's not bad.
Bounce back year for Deebo. He can give you run it. He's gonna be their weapon.
I agree.
Watch.
Maverick has Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and you just took Mark Andrews, huh?
I did after Hawkinson too, because
You're
Lowe
telling me
is
Justin
a homer.
Fields just went? This is a wild draft. Okay, I'm not paying attention. Okay, so we had
Walker goes.
That is crazy. I took Devontae Smith. Then Maverick took Mark Adams. Then Brandon took Justin Fields. Mark Andrews. Brandon took Justin Fields. Then Webb took Calvin Ridley, and then Kenneth Walker.
The true gambler.
The
true gambler.
Calvin Ridley. Love it. Okay, and then on the clock is Brandon with team name coming soon. This has been interesting. The fact that he took Keenan Allen makes more sense. He took Keenan Allen. The fact he took Justin Fields was interesting. But Boogie, what are you up to? What are you doing tonight that you could do simultaneously while hanging out with us and drafting? Awesome. Dude, this
I just got done doing some auditions. Auditions. And I just, that was due right around the same time. So I figured I was going to be on my phone. So, like, why not join the fam?
Heck yeah, man.
I thought he was going to plug us and say he was watching Hammer Time. So he knows Hammer Time's Wednesday at 5. He was tuned in.
I already watched that one already.
He's got to watch it. He's got to watch it.
Yeah,
you guys get the most views.
I watch every episode.
That's my man. Love it.
You and all these trick questions, knowing these kids can't figure them out. Jesus Christ.
Dude, really, though. Everybody is like, wow, Alex hits hard with these questions. So Ramondre Stevenson went to Maverick. I then was up and I took Dameon Pierce. That makes me feel a lot better about this draft. I feel like I've bounced back since accidentally picking Travis Kelce with the 4th pick. I feel good.
I can't believe the players that are falling to me.
I mean, Justin Fields went. I don't know what you're thinking. So up on the board is KB, our wonderful producer. She's here. She has herself muted, so she's not talking. I think this is the most people we've ever had on a stream. Webb, yes?
I'm not talking because I'm doing a lot of swearing over here.
Yeah, she is. That's my mother-in-law. What's up? What's up? All right. But Alex, you were telling us the story of how you met Jed. He was sitting behind you at the championship game. He was wearing all of his Eagle stuff because, for anybody who doesn't know, Jed is a Philadelphia Stars fan, which means he was one championship too late. But he was there and he was sitting behind you and you were talking to him. And then how did it come about that this happened?
Yeah, well,
Mari,
I told him that, Webb and I had struck a friendship up during the course of the season and told him a little bit about the network. And Webb came over, shook hands with him. And then he just mentioned, hey, I'm interested in maybe doing some freelance writing and whatnot. And I said, well, I don't have any connections really other than Webb. Let me see what I can do as far as like seeing if he could put you in touch with somebody. And that's exactly what we did. So it's sort of old school networking, but I really enjoyed watching the game with Jed and his guys. They were fun. They had a lot of fun. It was an entertaining game and they were going just as crazy as I was when Olive scooped up that fumble and started rumbling toward the end zone. I was like, oh, hell yeah, this is our year. We're meant to be. And damn replay got us. But Jed's a great guy. That. He's a heck of a writer too. I didn't think he was that smart when he was sitting behind me, but he's a pretty smart dude. He can write.
His writing is very good. At the end of his article yesterday, he put books that you should read and put The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger.
That's big time.
Like, whoa. Boogie, you are up in the next pick.
Low, I like the pick. Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams. I like it.
He's a monster.
So if anybody goes, that was the NFL. So Jed did a pretty funny article. He reminds me a lot of who did the fantasy football articles for the longest time? Maverick. Oh, if my dad's watching, he'll know who I'm talking about. He does the fantasy football articles that are really funny. Webb, do you know?
No.
String it.
Oh my gosh. I'm so annoyed.
Boogie took Kyle Pitts.
All right. George Kittle went. Tight end's going early in this one. And then Boogie is up again.
Yep.
Who's he taking? Oh my gosh, who is the ESPN fantasy football guy? Matt Berry. There you go. Matt Berry. He reminds me a lot of Matt Berry because he would write a lot of.
What'd you say, Bug?
You say need help knowing who to pick?
Deontay, device is not connected. He's
not connected.
He's deep diving right now.
He's trying to figure it out. But Matthew Berry writes fantasy articles here. He used to. I think he stopped now, but they were so funny. And when I was reading through the NFL, game previews that Jed did, where he wasn't diving into it too much, just some funny quips about each game.
Yep.
It reminded me a lot of Matthew Berry, and it was really funny. And then at the end, he just said, hey, a book you should read because, let's be honest, you're not reading enough. Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Yeah. And I went ahead and added a cartoon picture of J.D. Salinger from the popular Netflix show BoJack Horseman because I thought it was funny. And he texted me immediately and was like, I absolutely love that you put that in there. I think it fits the vibe of the article perfectly. So I think he's been fantastic so far. Jed, good writer. He's fun. I like reading his articles and posting them. It's not, we've had writers that are gone, but it was painful to read sometimes.
Yeah.
So he's fun to read, man. I enjoy it.
He's talented. And if you think about it, like with him and like others, it kind of fits this whole mold of the USFL, right? It's about giving guys a chance, no matter where it is, whether it be doing media, doing writing, playing ball, coaching, trainers, opportunity. And that's good for everybody. And like I said, I'm glad it worked out. And I appreciate you guys following up on it because I've been highly impressed. As a matter of fact, after his first article, I was claiming I wanted full props for that recruiting job.
Yes.
Always recruiting, right? We're always recruiting.
You've got a commission for everything he gets off his articles. So
perfect.
He's done a great job.
Yeah.
He's done fantastic.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
Where's Boogie? Is Boogie back?
DJ Moore 6th round.
All of my
What is
later
happening?
picks that
What is happening?
I like in the later rounds are going now.
What is happening?
I'm so confused. Why are these people going? Christian Watson, George Kittle, okay, Kyle Pitts, a little early, but I respect it. Get the last
Because the
decent
names
tight end,
that
honestly.
are on the next group right here, they're not sexy. Let's be honest.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're
not at
So
all.
people are looking for something fresh.
Drake London, Tyler Lockett, Alexander Madison. The fact that DJ Moore went, I mean, it is round 6. We're in round 6. This is going by fast. Oh my gosh. These don't help. Oh. All right. So Buck is up. I believe he's auto drafting right now.
No,
I think Buck he's doing something college related.
He's not auto drafting. He's in there.
He's not in there.
Oh, he left, came back. Oh man.
But Boogie is neither in the draft nor on here.
No, Boogie's right there.
Boog, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There he goes. Okay, so he wasn't added to the stream. Boog, my man. So Alex brought up earlier that at the championship, he thought that we're talking about the USFL championship, by the way, for anybody who's watching who doesn't watch our normal shows. He said that when, big man rumbling, tumbling, fumbling down the field on the strip sack fumble, Olive Sagapolu, at that point, did you think we're back in this game?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. The crowd.
What happened in your head? Yeah.
I was just happy for my boy to pick up the fumble, and I was watching like a fan, like everybody else. I think I was on the sideline that play, and we just needed a spark, something that could get us going and get the crowd back behind us. That stadium was so loud during those 3-4 seconds of Olive rumbling down the. And I'm like, here we go, we back in this thing, and it was kind of deflating when he gave it to Eli and they threw the flag and everything. But I'm like, okay, our offense will punch it in. And we're ready to go. But then when I don't think we got any points out of that whole thing. And that kind of hurt. And that's kind of when I'm like, wow, like it might not be our night. And I remember at the end of the game, it was over like the last 2-3 minutes. I was just going up to guys on the sideline, like, they beat us. It wasn't our night, like don't hold your head. Like they beat us. It wasn't, can't blame the refs, can't blame, it just wasn't our night.
Fair and square.
Yes, they beat us fair and square. So that kind of was my message, like the last 2-3 minutes of the game, just picking everybody's heads up.
I like that. I appreciate a teammate going around, picking up heads. I saw that on the sideline. At that point, what you're talking about, when it was obvious that, you guys were going to lose, the season was over. I saw you walking around picking people's heads up, and that was when I took my camera and I said, okay, who have I not gotten a photo of yet? And I walked around and tried to get photos before guys looked too sad. But that was a great game, honestly. I know that it wasn't like the Maulers didn't score a touchdown, but you felt like they did, especially seeing the strip sack, especially seeing some of the big plays. Man, it was a touchdown in my heart. I'm also up, and I don't know who to take.
Is Bobby Hebert on the board?
We're on pick 67 and the
44th ranked players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's number 23 on your list.
Oh,
I mean, unless
but Breece Hall is there, and I have one running back.
Both are
who's thrown the ball to Godwin,
unbelievable picks right now. That's all I'm saying. Like you can't go wrong with any of these guys.
Chris Godwin filling it up. Because, dude, think about it. This is what I'm thinking. So I don't know if people watch the drama. It's like Bravo TV, but for the NFL. Looking at Twitter, that everybody's saying, "Oh, Mike Evans, he wants to get traded now." He said he has this date that he wants the Buccaneers to fill his contract extension by. He didn't do it, and they didn't do it, and now he might get traded. So even if that doesn't happen, Chris Godwin is still a good pick. But say that it does happen and Mike Evans gets drafted. That hoses one of my other teams. But on this team with Chris Godwin, I then have the number 1 wide receiver that I got in the 7th round. I'm playing chess, guys. Stop playing checkers. That's all I'm saying. Webb, you're up.
I got to do it. I can't.
Did you take T-Law?
I did. That's my boy.
Oh, Clemson. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I kept wondering why you like T-Law. He hasn't been there in too long.
It's also my local team. So when you turn on local TV, I get the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Yeah, and the Falcons. I'm not watching the Falcons.
Dalvin Cook just went before Brees Hall.
But he's not going to make it to me because of you.
I didn't think he would be there.
I'm so annoyed. Why are we back to back? That's the worst
Sorry,
part about
man.
drafting with like your brother.
Sorry, man.
Do I take Alvin Kamara?
I think you take James Conner.
I hate James Conner.
So, Alec, who's your NFL team?
That's fine, but he's going to be on your bench, right?
Cleveland Browns.
Oh boy.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty bad, isn't it?
No, Maverick,
Oh.
I have Damian Pierce, and that is my only running back.
Oh, let me just.
So, do you believe in Deshaun Watson? That's the question I got for you.
I believe in just about anything they can put behind center now, but I think, yeah, he gives them a chance to win. I do.
So-
I mean, total
James-
package. Very athletic. If he makes it, I'm on board.
I
Do I
got
think
you.
In James
Miles
Conner's worst season, he averaged 14.5 points a game in a PPR.
Okay, what about Miles Sanders? I don't believe in him. What do I do, Maverick?
Judy,
I'm not taking Judy. Get out of here with that. I have 3 receivers.
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret it so hard.
Yeah, I mean, don't take him if you don't want him.
I took
Hey,
it. I needed
take
running
him.
back. Couldn't leave Brees Hall. Would you have taken a Boog?
Connor?
Would you have James Conner?
Absolutely not with that tank job they got going on.
Somebody-
Boogie.
How many games have you seen where a quarterback threw 0 passes? I'm just saying,
none. Like, what are you talking about?
the Cardinals are going to be throwing the ball, and James Conner is one of the best receiving backs in the league. He's basically all they've got. In his worst season, he had 145 points in 10 games.
Okay.
But
whatever.
if they're getting blown out, how much of a dink and dunk do you think? How many receptions do you think he's going to get?
A lot. If they're getting blown out, if their O-line is not blocking, if it's looking terrible, I think it becomes just running out the clock and dink and dunking to your running back, right? That's
He
what it
had
becomes.
58 targets last year as a running back.
Callan, you
46
are looking at
receptions,
teams
3
that were trying to compete. You were looking at
What
teams
they were
who
not-
wanted to
They're
win.
tanking for
The Cardinals
Caleb.
were not trying to compete last
You
year.
weren't looking at teams who were tanking for Caleb Williams. Boogie, you are up on the clock right now, my man. Just
They
got
took
on the
all
clock.
all the running backs. Jesus Christ.
Yes, we did.
Can
I
Somebody
took them all.
somebody trade?
We could trade after.
My father took Jonathan Taylor in like his umpteenth league.
Jesus Christ, this is terrible. I'll be back.
Oh, so he did put Lamonster. Comment on YouTube, not on ESPN.
He said he
said he
couldn't
couldn't
figure it
figure it
out.
out.
At the beginning of the draft, he said he couldn't figure out both at the same time.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to do that.
It's 2 screens, man.
Too much.
Well,
I think he
hey,
said it's too much.
listen. Give the guy a break.
It's not even 2 screens. It's 2
He's
tabs.
he's pinch hitting.
He's pinch hitting.
Leave him alone.
That is a great baseball reference.
Like
I love that baseball reference. He's pinch hitting out there.
yes.
Oh,
Leave him alone.
my
Guys
heart.
are hungry for wide receivers.
My heart can't take it. And then we got to go into this. We're shooting USFL A right after this. Oh, luckily it's not too long of an episode. Boogie, you might want to stay on. I don't know why.
Do any of these teams
We're
have-
counting down the USFL 50. Boogie might want to stay on. I'm not totally sure why he would, but he might want to.
Yeah, look at this. Every team in this league needs running backs.
Oh,
right
Boogie.
now.
just
Wink,
picked.
wink,
I'll wait
nod,
for
nod,
Boogie.
Boog.
I'll wait for Boogie to come back. I was like, why is he not talking? Boogie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Have you been hearing me?
No.
Oh, I was like, so after this draft, we're going straight into shooting USFL A. We're doing the USFL 50 countdown. And I don't know, Boogie might want to stay on for this episode. I don't know why, but I think he might want to be on our episode for the USFL 50. Not sure why.
Not sure why, huh?
Not sure why, but I think you might enjoy it.
He just wants some of that Pittsburgh trivia is what he wants.
What's a Pittsburgh trivia?
Yeah.
Which is weird. So why are you a Browns fan?
I just grew up a Browns fan. Browns, Indians.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Y'all not gonna make fun of me for taking the kicker. That's what I thought I was coming back to.
Oh, did you take Chris Blewett?
You took Justin. I have had Brandon Aubrey queued up on this since before the draft. He's my only player in my queue. Oh, snap. KB took Brandon Aubrey. I no longer have a player in my queue. Oh, that's filthy. Who do I take? Who do I take? Oh, man. These aren't great. Actually, this is a good pick. Oh. Cam Akers. David Montgomery. Oh, you know who I'm taking? Come on, son. J.K. Dobbins? Mav, I know you were trying to get him on the way back. Say it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's probably on the way back. That guy's a stud.
Oh.
As long as he can stay healthy. The problem is he needs the carries.
Who was beating on their desk? Oh, I think it was KB. She just muted herself. J.K. Dobbins, Christian Kirk. Okay, Terry McLaurin. People sleep on
These
Terry
people
McLaurin so hard.
Everybody's hoarding the wide receivers. I
have 3.
I can't pass up on these running backs. I have 5 running backs right now.
Did you want Travis Kelce? Oh, wait. You can't have him.
I have Mark
I
Andrews.
accidentally
I'll be
clicked
all right.
draft. Whoa, this is going fast all of a sudden.
Look at it.
Webb took Brian Robinson.
You think he's
Many
going to be
men.
any good if he doesn't get
Many
shot in
men.
the leg this year?
So
What are the odds he gets shot again?
What are the odds he gets mugged? Do we mug him? I'm just kidding.
So I took both Washington's running backs at the same time.
Harrison, Butker, Connor, Ace.
What is Brandon doing? I love the man, but his draft is
Dude, I don't know what I can do.
Here you go, right here. Lamont Argang says, time for kickers. He played 8 games in 3 years. Is that about J.K. Dobbins? Because that's going to hurt my feelings. I was excited for J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Alex, Lamont, can you see the comments
Yep.
on your side?
Yep.
That is
Sadly,
Maverick
they
Nation.
come up over his face. Hollywood Brown.
That is Jason Maverick's dad.
Oh, great.
J.K. Dobbins, is that who he's saying played 8 games in 3 years?
Probably.
Here, I'll give you
That-
the answer real quick.
That is the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's allergic to catching the ball. That's the big issue. So he needs a Derrick Henry workload, and he's not going to get it. But I mean, you got him in like the 9th round.
I keep throwing my
8th
list.
round.
I keep coming back. It's
I
around
love that
order.
you scribbled all of it out too.
I
You're
did.
trying to like read under the scribble.
I'm reading.
Just print another
Underneath.
one.
I'm
Put it
reading
up on your
underneath
phone.
literal Sharpie. Oh gosh, who's higher, Brandon Ayuk or Michael Pittman?
Here, I got you. It's Ayuk by a lot.
How are we still so high on these lists?
Because people are taking kickers right now. That's why.
Maverick is blown away with
Every
this draft.
team has a tight end, I think.
Not mine.
Smart. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, guys. I take
There's a defense.
my last 2 rounds are kicker and defense. It's every draft I've ever done.
There's
my
one
last 2
defense that I want, so I will be
And
taking
it's
the
the
defense.
New England Patriots.
rounds. It's the New England Patriots.
They're so good. I do love.
Almost.
Ooh,
David
great
Montgomery.
pick. Who was that,
David
Buck?
Montgomery.
Ah.
Okay. I just got to keep talking to Boogie because I love him. Boog, your team right now, how are you feeling about it?
I mean, I didn't get to pick my first 2 picks, but it auto drafted.
They were
Those
good
were
picks.
fantastic picks.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
but
Who did he get? Derrick Henry and
I never
Devontae
complained
Adams?
about Derrick Henry or Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I mean, those are great.
Yeah.
And then you filled out
Drake's
your team.
London.
You took literally the only kicker I would ever consider taking before the last 2 rounds for myself. Because I only take kickers and defense last 2 rounds. That's my rule.
Thought process on Pitts was they have a young quarterback in Atlanta. So a young quarterback's best friend is a dynamic tight end.
Dynamic tight end.
So that's why I was going with Waller, but somebody took him because I think he has a bounce back year as well this year in New York with Daniel Jones.
Boog,
I
you're
don't
up.
know.
You're on draft.
Okay.
So he's not going to hear me right now, but I don't know about Darren Waller. Darren Waller, because it's not just that he needs a bounce back year. It's that he needs to show that he can be any kind of consistent ever. Is that even when he has a good year, he has 3 games where you're like, wow, this is the greatest tight end of all time. And then he has 2 straight games after that where he catches the ball twice a game for 7 yards. So I don't care that he needs a bounce back year as much. I want him to show some sort of consistency. That's my thing.
Boogie took George Pickens, which is a great pick.
That is a good pick.
I think Pittsburgh is going. I'm not saying that because of Maulers. I really don't like the Steelers.
Maulers.
We're killing our viewers, Webb. You don't like the Steelers, and I'm a Browns fan. What are we doing for the city?
It's all right. We got.
I don't
Boog
like
now.
the Cowboys or the Texans, and I'm the gamblers guy.
There you go.
You know what? I mean, I like the Texans. I like them. They got Jalen Petrie. That's my guy.
Maverick is a Panthers fan. Never set foot in Michigan.
I've been in Michigan.
Yeah, we have.
multiple times.
Our cousin got married in Michigan.
Okay.
I don't like any Michigan teams besides the Panthers. I mean, the lovable Lions. Don't get me wrong. I can root for them.
That's like America's team this year. I don't know if you guys.
Dude, everybody
It,
and their mother is
that
picking the
tells me
Lions.
no. That tells me no with them.
Every time you get excited about the Lions, they're going to suck.
Cortland Sutton from Denver.
Round 10. This is a strange draft. I want to
This is the weirdest draft.
I want to publish this draft. The scheme,
I
whatever.
think we get picked apart.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
I don't think, yeah.
Fantastic.
There are about 5 people, maybe 6. 6 out of the 10 are capitalizing.
Evan Ingram, AJ Dillon. All right, who's Lowe going to take? I think Lowe is by far one of the biggest wild cards. He took Garrett Wilson in the first round. You want to see his team? Here's his team.
Hey, there's something to be said about being able to root for your guys.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes,
who you like.
Javonte Williams. His starting running backs are Javonte Williams and Alvin Kamara. That is 2 huge question marks. 1 question mark that doesn't even get answered until week 5. Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, great pick. TJ Hawkinson, love it.
Before Mark Andrews. was
DJ
taken.
Moore, before Mark
You're gonna
Andrews, which
stand by
I've
that?
done in a draft this year, so I can't talk bad about it. And then he's got DJ Moore, who I enjoy. He already took the Steelers defense, Evan McPherson, and his bench is Terry McLaurin. It is interesting.
All right,
It's
you're up,
interesting.
Ace.
Pretty even. I'm looking pretty good right now. I'm looking pretty good. I'm feeling myself. You know, I'm sitting here in my gambler's gear with my gambler stuff behind me. It's a good draft. I do like David Njoku's hair. Sky Moore has a cool name. I love that they put 2 Y's. Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's just a cool name. Jahan Dotson.
Hey, Lo, if you can hear me, come week 1 when you realize that you need a running back, you come let me know.
You come let me know. Come week 1. My statement of the day: the Vikings are a better team this year and will win less games than last year. I agree with that. As a Vikings fan, I agree with that. Isn't that weird? My teams are all over the place. Will Herbert, Saints defense.
Oh, he took my team.
I'm
That's
convinced.
the defense I wanted. That's the
I'm
defense I wanted.
convinced that Brandon is
Really?
letting his child draft for him.
I don't think so.
It's just been like a lot. Dude, we got to talk about players because then I can go and make YouTube shorts of this. And I've been having a fun time making YouTube shorts. I posted
Jamal
one while we were
Williams.
doing this. It has 800 plays. Jamal Williams.
I just can't believe how many
Oh,
good players
that's a
are sitting there.
Good.
Look at that. I mean, what a steal.
All right, question. So, Boogie, are you on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Boogie, you are trying and almost at this point a sports commentator for Fox, correct?
You could say that.
I'm gonna say that because I'm speaking it into the universe, speaking it into the existence because you're my guy, and I would love to see you comment on games. Comment on a Vikings game and talk about how cool Kirk Cousins and his dad swag is for me. But I want to know, in your opinion, who is the breakout player this season? Because everybody on Twitter has been posting their, this is my breakout player for each position, for each team, blah, blah, blah. They're all pretty gutter, if we're going to be honest. They're kind of trash. Who is your overall breakout player of the season?
In the NFL, right?
Say Brett?
Yeah. NFL.
No, I said, are you talking in the NFL or what?
NFL.
Oh. Breakout.
So bad.
No, I'm thank Jesus.
Fun fact, guys, there's no running backs left.
Yeah, I've got 6. So
no wonder they're so bad. They're so bad.
Talk to me.
This is insane.
Oh
my god.
Ace can tell you nobody trades more than I do.
Dude, it's like it's his favorite part of the game. You know what? Why not? I'm going to take Michael Thomas. This is a guy who was a first round pick 3 years ago. And why not? Who cares? But Boogie, have you decided who your breakout player is? I'm putting you on the spot. I want to know, man. It's all good. Say it to all 4 people watching this right now.
It might sound crazy, but I think Hal is going to have a great year with being his offensive coordinator. I think people are going to realize how great of an offensive coordinator he was and how big he helped Mahomes. So I think people are going to be surprised by Washington's offense. So I'm going to say Sam Howell.
I am absolutely excited that you said that because we get to see half of what you said play out tomorrow. We get to know how much Eric Bieniemy affected Kansas City's offense because they play tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football. That is why we had to have our draft tonight because we wanted to make sure that we did it before the actual season. But we get to see if Kansas City is the same team without him. And then come this weekend, we get to see how Sam Howell is, how that offense is. He has Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Brian Robinson. I like that offense, to be completely honest. And I drafted Sam Howell as my second quarterback in my first league. So I really want you to be right because that would be awesome. Because I have Patrick Mahomes, which means that I'll have great trade bait. Which trade bait, Boogie, means that I have a player that I don't need on my bench because I have a better player. Say Sam Howell goes off, he's the number 4 quarterback in the league. I have Patrick Mahomes, let's say he's number 1 or 2 in the league. I don't need Sam Howell anymore for the one game that Patrick Mahomes is going to be on bye. So I get to then use him to trade to strengthen the rest of my team.
You're up to pick, Boog.
It's fantastic.
I think he knew it.
He already drafted. He took Tua. That's a good pick. Traylon Burks went. Sky Moore, Kirk Cousins. Man, let me look at Lowe's team. How many Vikings we got? 1, 2. Only 2. Wait, I want to look at Mavericks team. Okay, so here are all the running backs that are on Mavericks team. Joe Mixon, Ramondre Stevens. What is this? Rashad White, Breece Hall, and Cam Akers.
And?
Dude. Oh, and Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert. That's who I was trying to talk about earlier when I said Justin Fields, he's just going to be dropping it down to DJ Moore in the slot and to Khalil Herbert in the backfield. He's just deking and dunking it down the field and running when he has to. That's all Justin Fields is going to do this season. Mark my words. And so Khalil Herbert and DJ Moore are better picks than anybody's giving them credit for.
I like Herbert.
There you go. I don't know where he played in college. Let's look.
He was like top 5 in running back efficiency last year.
Yeah, he's a Virginia Tech guy. He transferred from Kansas, and I remember seeing him. He was back there at Kansas and ran for 200 some odd yards against Boston College on a Thursday night. I'm like, who the heck's this guy? And then he transferred to Tech through the portal and finished up his career there. He's the real deal.
Good for him getting away from Kansas, though.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Big 12 football, and I've watched a lot of Kansas get just run through.
Yeah.
So good for him. I'm not going to take Juju Smith-Schuster. Let's go back to the NFL drama. Let's go back to your watching Twitter. It's like watching Bravo channel for NFL. Everybody and their mother started posting all of a sudden. Juju Smith-Schuster's knee could explode at any second, a doctor says. Who is this doctor? Is he one of the 10 doctors that doesn't like my toothpaste? You know, who are we talking about? It's so random, some of the things that these people post. And as soon as you see one big Twitter account post it, everybody else will.
If you don't believe him, just draft him.
Everybody and their mother picked him, and I'm going to go ahead and pick Zay Flowers. Because I believe it. I have a bad knee. I've had my knee reconstructed, and I mean, I just never trusted it the same. And if a doctor says that his knee is going to explode, why would I trust that? I saw Oppenheimer. I don't care. I don't trust things that explode. So, you know, it's a dark joke. Not as dark of a joke as we were going to do if Webb was actually drafting who people were commenting. Also, the people who are drafting against us and commenting, why are you not telling Webb who to draft? You could literally be, you know, steering the ship for him. Just saying.
It's too late. I already got the championship won.
Championship. I'm going to take TJ. Who's your mama? TJ. TJ. Uzumazoo. I love that commercial. Oh, I love the old fantasy football commercials. Bring them back. Boogie, talk to the people at Fox. Tell them, bring back old school fantasy football commercials. Oh, I love those. Ooh, wow. So good. I'm just yelling. It's been an hour already.
Yeah.
Gee, this goes fast, Webb.
It's not.
We've consistently held some people. It's going fast. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm having fun. Alex, I hope you're having fun. I know you're not drafting, but I hope you're like,
hey, Boogie's here.
These guys are crazy. Boogie is here, and it's always
crazy.
fun.
Boogie's here, and I got my Chris Blewett plug in. So my day's complete.
You always you plug Chris Blewett so much. You plug him in like our group chat. It has nothing to do. Nobody sees it, but you still plug him, and I love it. I'm on
shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris Blewett.
Thanks,
which
Boogie.
Easter egg, anybody who has not watched the Matt Mengele interview that dropped today on Hammer Time, go check it out. A special guest drops in out of nowhere in the middle. Who could it be? It's not Boogie. That's my one hint.
Well, you know, the only way Webb got me to co-host Hammer Time is he told me I'd get to talk to Boogie directly, and I was like, sold. I'm happy to do it. And here I am.
Webb knows how to use his leverage. I'll tell you that.
That's it.
For real. Dude, so I'm anxiously brushing my beard.
Is that a beard brush?
Yeah. So I bought it thinking it was a beard brush. It's a wave enforcer.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I had lost my beard brush like a couple days ago. I had to use my regular brush, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Do you have a wave enforcer? Will I get waves?
What makes it a wave enforcer? Like
it says it. Oh, it's for waves. Am I gonna get waves on my beard? I don't think I can. What is happening? Where did my players go? There we go. Yes, it is a beard brush, Boogie. I love it. I bought it. My fiance's made fun of me. I absolutely love it.
Boogie's on the clock.
Boogie, you are on the clock. My beard's so long. I got to shave it next week for the Army anyway, so I'm just enjoying it. I don't have anything signed by Boogie. I'm upset.
Shameless plug.
Oh, man. I'm not going to get who I want, Mav. I'm not going to get it.
I'm going to get it?
I think the auto is going to get it. Well, actually, I don't know with this draft. Maybe not.
The auto for what?
My next pick.
You want Dalton Schultz?
You
Gabe Davis, very good pick. I think Davis is a very good pick.
I also like the Gabe Davis.
Especially this late in the draft.
So
if you play him at the right week, he has like 2 touchdowns, 150 yards.
It's true. It's like starting Mike Evans. You just got to play him in the right week.
I took Mike Evans really early, so I'm going to play him every week.
And Kadarius Toney. Wow.
Ooh.
He could be a breakout candidate, but got to stay on the field, right?
Sorry, that's not Sam Howell.
For wideouts.
Not even the same position. So, yeah, but I say I don't have any Boogie signed things because I have a bunch of signed stuff. You guys can't see it.
We got to get you. I'll get you something. I'll sign you.
I
Sign a beer brush and send it your way.
That would be the most lit thing I'd have up here. Other than I'm gonna say it.
Because it won't be a trading card, I'm guessing.
These are gloves from the championship game.
From who?
That may or may not have been owned by Jay Sternberger.
Burn them.
He called me out on Twitter, so I had to do something back.
You should burn those gloves.
Burn the gloves, dude. They're cool, man. I got them.
Came from a stallion.
I hear that.
Not allowed. Man, I would have taken Maulers' gloves, but everybody ran off the field with their gloves. Should have left them on the field.
I just told everybody Birmingham deserved to win. They were the better team that night. But I think we are every bit as good as they are. I'd love to see
agree.
it. Yeah.
So I was fully, I believed that the Maulers could come back, they could win. The point where I thought, okay, nobody is going to beat the Stallions is the point where Alex Magoo sprinted out to the right and he just jumped, launched a ball towards the end zone, and Deion Kane just somehow came down with it in the end zone for his third touchdown of the night. And when he made that play, I said, okay, this is one of those nights where it's just like he can do no wrong.
Yeah, because I'm kind of the same way. I was pass rushing. I'm like, okay, he's just throwing the ball out of bounds. He threw it up and he caught it in between three of our better players, like guys that don't usually give that up.
Yep.
Mark usually breaks that up, or Tarp breaks it up, and he caught it. And I'm just like, the crowd's going nuts. He's celebrating. I'm just standing there like, wow, you just got to tip your hat to him. He's a great player, great team.
Yep.
As you can see, they got all the guys signed. So it was their night. They beat us. You won't hear no excuses on my end.
Yep.
I appreciate that. But, I had words to say and I totally lost them there. Oh, so, Alex Magoo, he had the fantastic night. He gets signed by the Green Bay Packers. What do you think about how the Packers handled him in the preseason? Anybody can answer this.
I don't feel like they gave him the best opportunity to showcase, what he can do, especially playing against him and seeing what he can do and how dynamic he is both on the ground and as a passer, and them kind of handing him this vanilla couple of plays.
Yep.
Because you got to think it takes time to get your feet wet. In preseason, it's supposed to be the time to do so, but they're also trying to figure out what they have in their number one string quarterback. So I feel like all their focus went towards him, even if he didn't play as much. That's kind of where all the practice reps and things like that went, and kind of Magoo just got lost in the shuffle.
I agreed. I get you have a rookie quarterback, but to give 5 total passes to the guy that ends up being your QB3, like the dude is an absolute gamer. That watching his tape, that he's an improviser. It's a lot of things that you're not going to see in practice, 100%. But to just give him zero shot whatsoever to prove it, it was boring.
I agree, but I think, also to me, it kind of speaks to Love was their guy, right? They're just like, we know we're going to go with Love come hell or high water. He's our guy. You get Magoo on the third quarterback, and maybe they sort of had this predetermined plan going into it. We'll give Love the majority of the reps, because he's talented, unproven. But I think a third year in the league, Utah State guy, athletic.
Utah. I think he's from Utah, right?
Utah State.
Utah State.
I
He's Aggie.
against him in college.
Yep. Go Spartans.
Dude, we had a rough, tough couple of weeks.
It's tough. Hey, that new facility looks good though, Boogie. They did a great job with that.
Looks so nice.
Yeah, I can't wait to get out there for homecoming. It's just crazy. Like, I remember my recruiting visit. They had the same pictures up and everything getting promised. It did. Nothing happened. But I'm just happy for my alma mater to finally see that thing get built. It looks sweet. I can't wait to get out there in a couple weeks. Go check it out.
I'm jealous. It looked so nice. There were a couple facilities that had overhauls this offseason that they were showing.
Yeah.
I had like 3 screens up watching as many games as I could. And all of the facilities, it just kept making me think, wow, I wish I was more physically gifted. I mean, I wish I could have played college football and been in something like that. And my high school locker room looked like they put bigger lockers in a high school hallway. That's
Hey, Boogie, I was a little surprised. I looked at one of the Spartan message boards over the weekend that some of the, I thought Coach Brennan would be in a situation where he's untouchable, but it looks like maybe some of the discontents are bringing their venom to the message boards and not pleased with where they are.
He's drafting right now.
He's drafting.
Yeah. His last 2 picks.
Deep
And then
in
he's
his draft.
It's going all in. He doesn't have to take a kicker.
There
Hunter
you go.
Renfro and Gus Edwards.
There you go.
I should have taken Gus Edwards.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, sorry about that, Boogie. I was actually asking you about Coach Brennan, and I was on the message board after the Oregon State game, and it's, obviously you have malcontents after you lose. The world's coming to an end, but what are your thoughts on Coach Brennan at all with the success that he's had out there? Off to a rocky start, but you'd think he's on solid ground, right?
Well, I love Coach Brennan, and that message board is very toxic. I remember as players, we would go, and after we got blown out or we lost, we would go look and see what the fans say. And they, I love the Spartan Nation, but sometimes they can be too critical and not be realistic. And we played USC and Oregon State. I believe they're going to be both ranked in the top 15. One is in the top 5. So sometimes you have to be realistic. And Coach Brennan has done a lot just by staying at San Jose State for 7 straight years. When's the last time we had a coach like that? So he helped raise a lot of money for those facilities because a lot of donors like him. He's a great guy. I'm always forever indebted to him. He helped me get my NFL shot. I still tell the story to this day. Draft day came, nobody called, and he hit me up like, where we signing to? And I told him nobody. He's like, there's no way. Give me 30 minutes. And he was able to reach out to 14 teams in 30 minutes. And he was like, the Rams are going to call you in less than an hour. And they did everything he said. They did. And that's what you want in a coach. After you leave a program, how a coach still feels about you and things like that. So I love him. He's a great guy. I don't think he's going anywhere because just last year when they were winning, he was up for, is he going to leave to go to Arizona? Is he going to take this job? And then they start 0-2 and how quick things change. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
They have a fantastic quarterback over there.
Yeah.
That guy, Siobhan Cordero.
He's nice.
That guy goes hard.
Yeah.
He's
Ex-Warrior, Hawaii guy, transferred out.
Yeah, that guy goes hard.
Yep.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I think our draft is over. Gentlemen and KB and lady. I think the draft is over. The LaMonster says, I enjoyed it. Dominated as always. Have a great evening. Thank you, Father. Lowe says, sounds like a good draft. I got a couple of those dudes. And Ghost says...
You should have read that one first.
Ghost says, what's up, y'all? Just drafted 12 PPR 12-man. What you think? Mahomes, Allen, Ridley, Michael Thomas, McCaffrey, Akers, Higbee, Javonte Williams, Jonathan Taylor.
I like that team a lot. For a 12-man?
I
don't know how his
for a 12-man, that's fantastic.
So it's clearly
Jonathan Taylor is the only question mark, but
if he comes back, that team's unstoppable.
That's insane. That's a really good job.
Keenan Allen and Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, good job, Gus.
Those are good.
But with that,
McCaffrey, Akers,
we have somehow completed the first live draft for United Football Media. Everybody go post your team on social media. Let's see what people think of them. I might take screenshots and go on our Instagram and just put every single one of them so people can scroll through and tell us which one they think is the best and why it's mine. And, it's going to be a fun time. But for now, this has been the first United Football Media live fantasy football draft. I had a blast. I don't know about you guys.
Are you guys going to get a Generals, dude?
We're trying, man.
I don't blame nobody for not wanting them.
We've been trying for so long.
I set you up for that one. I just wanted to throw that in there. I don't.
That's good.
Nobody wants to be the Generals, dude.
I mean, Boog, you got one for us?
No.
Yeah, get someone.
I mean,
Who's a player or something.
you have someone in mind?
Maybe. Well,
All right.
I'll get on that.
I think. I mean, we're
I'm
open.
shocked
To...
Maverick looks so good with his team being the way they are. You know, I'll be stressed out if I was him also. But hey, tough to be a Panthers fan.
It's okay. Somebody's got to
Be
do
a
it.
Gamblers fan. Look at me, man. We've had 0 re-signings this season.
Yeah.
It's great. Awesome. Love it.
I was thinking, like, for some reason, I feel like the Maulers and Gamblers games are always going to be crazy.
Dude, it's the USFL Authority Bowl, man.
Yeah.
We don't say Authority anymore, but it's the Authority Bowl. I loved that game. That was a wild game. It came down to the end. I know y'all lost.
Yeah,
I felt like we
couldn't
lost.
believe it. I just wanted to drop on the hot turf. When that kick didn't, I just couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it either.
Not blaming Chris because, you know, I don't like to blame kickers. You know, when it comes down to that, it's just the last memory you have. And he's great. He'll make that 10 times out of 11.
Yep.
But just the emotions and ebbs and flows. Like, I thought in the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is finna be, yeah, we got them. And then for them to come back and things like that, yeah.
That first half of that game was so lopsided. I thought Pittsburgh completely dominated that first half of the game. And then I think that may have been one of the games where, Boogie, help me out here. 2-minute defense near the end of half. Sometimes it seemed like we would bend a little bit and give up some points there. And I think Houston got one late in the first half. And then I know Mark Thomas broke that one run that gave him the lead.
Yeah, he broke both of them. The one before half.
Okay.
And then the one towards the end of the game.
And then the one towards the end.
Right.
And I still don't understand how he found that hole towards the end. I'm just like, that's just a testament to him.
Yeah.
It's just he's that good.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And as a defensive lineman, you know, we kind of try to bait running backs to take gaps. And I'm like, I'm running down. I'm like, there's no way he's going to hit this gap and try to backdoor. And he makes you pay. Boom, touchdown. And yeah, Mark Thompson. Who knows where he'll be? Who knows where I'll be? Who knows where a lot of people will be? You know, could be some things brewing October 1st. You know, could be trying to build a super team. Who knows? Stay tuned.
Oh my gosh.
Stay tuned.
Well, if social media is any indication, I would say that there are going to be some changes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's no chance Mark Thompson comes back. That's okay. We'll figure it out. No chance, but it's okay. All right. Well, this has been the first inaugural UFM draft. We're going to go straight into recording USFLA, which will drop tomorrow. And hopefully Boogie will go in there. I DM'd him the link in his Twitter, so we'll see. But, man, thank you all for tuning in. This has been a blast.